we wanted to be perceived as the finest sheriff's office in the state of Louisiana. That's certainly not to be overly ambitious or egotistical, and there's no barometer to measure that, but basically it means that we wanted to be the best sheriff's office we could be each and every time someone needed us. That there would be a takeaway, whether it would be a victim, whether it would be somebody who needed our help, it doesn't matter in what way, whether it was another public agency, whether it was a business, whatever, that we would, when we walked away from there, they would say, I couldn't have been served better.
The backbone of the Ascension Parish Sheriff's Office is the Patrol Division. Nearly 100 deputies strong, the men and women of our Patrol Division defend our streets, vigilantly making their presence known throughout our community, with open eyes and open ears, protecting and serving Ascension Parish.
The Patrol Division is the backbone of this department.
Any call for service that comes in is initially handled by the Patrol Division.
They are the first responders. They are the first faces that our citizens see on a scene.
Anything that comes into the department we go to, whether it be a civil issue, a fight, a wreck, anything.
The Ascension Parish Sheriff's Office receives about 250,000 calls per year. That includes about 200 911 calls each day. Calls are received by our dispatch center.
We have 7 workstations to a minimum staffing of 4, but it's all based on call volume. It's a pretty big job. It's 24/7. It's upwards of 25 people, and it's every day, all day.
At the dispatch center, our well-trained personnel have to make a quick decision on who can best handle the call.
We dispatch police, we dispatch law enforcement, and we dispatch the fire departments, which includes EMS. We can send the fire truck, we can send a police officer, a deputy, whatever is needed for that particular call anywhere in Ascension Parish.
Most 911 calls are medically related, but rest assured, for every call that demands law enforcement, a patrol vehicle is always just a few moments away to be first on the scene.
Fundamentally, what people think of when they think of the sheriff and the sheriff's office is public safety. If people don't feel safe here, we have failed. Just that simple. And when we have crime waves that come and go, and admittedly they happen everywhere, including here, it's our job to make sure we look people in the eye, and they look us in the eye and say, are you competent? Can you do this job? And can you clean the streets? Is my neighborhood safe? Can I sleep at night with both eyes closed? Can I count on you to be there when I need you? Not just in response, which is important, but do you know what you're doing when you come? And are you positioned passionately and committed to stay the course?
Throughout all of Ascension Parish, there is always a patrol deputy near. Nothing prevents crime more than the high visibility of officers.
Just the sight of a marked police car will deter crime. So we have a very high visibility throughout the parish.
Within the Patrol Division, there are also 10 deputies that form our Motors Division. This team is charged with upholding the traffic laws of our state and parish, being first on the scene for vehicular accidents, and for keeping the roadways of our community safe.
We have a specialized traffic division that includes 10 motors or motorcycle officers that handle and respond to all crashes in the parish, including on state highways. If we have traffic requests or traffic enforcement requests, they will go out there and run radar at those specified locations. Other than that, they really do a lot of proactive work as far as enforcement of traffic laws.
The Motors Division utilizes motorcycles to perform their duties efficiently and effectively.
It gives you the mobility to maneuver the motorcycle versus a patrol vehicle. You can get to the scene a lot quicker because you can maneuver that motorcycle through traffic.
And Sheriff Wiley has made sure to keep the entire patrol division equipped with the latest technology.
When I first became a part of the traffic division or the motors division, we didn't have onboard MDTs.
MDTs, or mobile data terminals, allow for officers to type their reports on the scene and share information back and forth with central dispatch.
Years ago, I would have to write my report up on a small tablet, come to the office and fill out a handwritten report. Now a patrolman's office is truly his patrol unit. He doesn't have to leave it. He can record all his reports there from a laptop computer and over the airwaves send it to the office. So it's just unbelievable, the change that's been made in technology and the computer processor and the computer power that we have now.
The #1 goal of the Patrol Division, as well as the entire Sheriff's Office, is to protect and serve the citizens of Ascension Parish.
Well, we're public servants first, so that's their tax dollars that the public pays is for us to serve them. So our main purpose is to do the best that we can to provide security and safety for every citizen and every individual that even passes through our jurisdiction.
Well, there's an old mantra that in law enforcement that you protect and serve. But I will tell you, you're going to serve way more than you're going to protect. It's not every day we're going to deal with a bank robber. It's not every day we're going to deal with a violent criminal. So we're going to serve every day.
Ascension Parish enjoys one of the lowest crime rates in the state of Louisiana. Our community is strong. We have great schools and great industry, but unfortunately, not every crime can be prevented. The Ascension Parish Sheriff's Office has a 45-member criminal investigation division, mostly comprised of plainclothes detectives who work tirelessly day and night to bring criminals to justice.
After our patrolmen go out and conduct a preliminary investigation, they have to move on dynamically to another call. So they do not have time to carry the investigation any further. Therefore, our detectives will pick the investigation up.
For instance, I work in violent crime, so if they get there and there's a body or there's something that was violently done to a victim, they will call us out.
Homicide, assault, gun violence, as well as robbery are all classified as violent crime. But despite continuous and enormous growth in our parish, violent crime has stayed low.
In a week's time, maybe 3 times in Ascension Parish, which is not bad. In other parishes, some detectives get called out maybe 3-4 times a night for murders and armed robberies and stuff like that.
Over the past 30 years, there has been a technological revolution in the ways that crimes are investigated and solved. Sheriff Wiley has wisely seized upon these advances and kept his criminal investigations team armed with every available tool.
Well, when I started in 1984, DNA did not exist, and now we have so much technology with DNA going out to crime scenes and processing a crime scene. It doesn't necessarily have to be an eyewitness to solve a crime or fingerprints.
And the quick advances of computer technology have become an important resource for investigators.
One example, we have a program called Leads Online. If you decide to go pawn something today, it's on a database. I could look it up.
Forensics, computer forensics. We have cell phone forensic examiners.
Once forensics finish viewing like a cell phone or something like that, they'll send us in the information, and it usually gives us a lead to go and further investigate the case.
And social media has also become a powerful tool solving crime.
Social media has been, at times you think it's a curse, but the more you get to know it and the more you get to use it, you'll know that it's a good tool. And so we tried to get on the social media bandwagon early on, and having your own Facebook pages or your own tip 411 line, your citizen observers, where they can go to a website or go to an app on their phone and text us an anonymous tip. It's unbelievable the information that the community is willing to share with you.
With social media, with Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, a lot of times you can go in there and a suspect or somebody may post a picture on the day of the crime that helps you, or they might have pictures of them with other suspects. It helps us with, a lot of times, believe it or not, with identifying suspects.
But no aspect is more important to solving crimes than an active community who cares and is willing to help with an investigation. Ascension Parish works together with law enforcement to keep our community safe for everyone.
The community helps us. They help us solve crimes. They tell us what they want, and we listen.
If they do not feel safe, then it's very difficult to have a rapport with the public, because if we don't make the public feel safe, they're not going to share information with us, and we can't solve all crimes alone. We have to have the assistance of our citizens.
The most important part of communications is listening. So I think that's a hard thing for people to understand, is we have to listen to be better communicators.
I believe that we are in a position with our citizens that they do trust us, and we do trust them.